Aries. Aries symbol: you may be in the position to take command, lead, or organize today, dear Aries. The moon spends the day in your sector of career and responsibilities, and you're more goal-oriented than usual. It's a strong day for seeing your life direction or career matters in a creative yet structured way. Excellent energy is with you for learning, communicating, and connecting as well. You can feel pleasantly motivated by a personal interest, and someone might stir your mind, desire to learn, or ideas. However, energies later today feel a little indirect or murky. Aim to muse and daydream rather than come to reliable conclusions just for now. Taurus. Taurus symbol: Uranus in your sign harmonizes with the moon today, dear Taurus, providing you with a nice jolt of psychic energy. This transit boosts your intuition. It's also a fine time to recognize ways to let go of unnecessary attachments. You have a strong desire to know that your future is secure and that achieving your goals will satisfy you in the long run. You're especially forward-looking, and the need for some emotional refreshment or inspiration runs high. Today's energies are better for seeking ways to rejuvenate and not as ideal for locking something down, especially as the day advances and we get closer to a Mercury-Neptune minor challenge. Gemini. Gemini symbol: with the moon in your solar 8th house all day, dear Gemini, you're seeking emotional engagement, perhaps through a feeling of being connected to someone you care about. Instead, it can be about getting to know your private self a little better. Today's transits are also suitable for pouring your heart into a project or pastime. You're enthusiastic, ready to make connections that enhance your life. At the same time, the emphasis is on your emotions, close ties, dreams, and inner world. As the day advances, we head towards a Mercury-Neptune minor challenge and possibly a misunderstanding or temporary lack of clarity on a matter. Adopt a wait-and-see attitude for best results. Cancer. Cancer symbol: today's transits help you see both sides of a situation, dear Cancer, which can come in handy. You could find yourself mediating problems or facilitating an agreement. Influences in the first half of the day are healthy and refreshing for seeing where you're holding onto something that no longer serves you well, especially an idea or attitude. You're willing to recognize and work on problem areas as you see how much improvement you might gain for doing so. It can be rewarding to spend more time attempting to understand important people in your life as well. Later today, information is not as straightforward. If you expect precision, you may be disappointed, but it's a good time to imagine possibilities. Leo. With the moon in your solar 6th house all day, dear Leo, you're inclined to want to attend to your practical affairs. Coming to the aid of people in your life can also figure strongly, and it can be quite rewarding. You are especially intelligent with your methods, and it can be a good day for seeing new ways of doing things that improve or make your life a little more enjoyable. It's also an excellent time to exchange ideas and, especially, experiences. Later today, it may no longer be easy to get started along a productive path, but transits can encourage your imagination. With Mercury and Neptune approaching a minor challenge, solid answers to questions are unlikely available. Virgo. You have a real tendency to gently challenge yourself in the first half of the day, dear Virgo. Looking to the past for a project or idea can be useful. You might enjoy particularly good relations with people in authority or with business associates. As well, fabulous ideas for enhancing your career, professional life, or public life can come to you now. Support is there when you need it. You might connect with someone or information that can help you further your goals. Still, the moon spends the day in your sector of joy, and it can be a fine time to enjoy yourself. You're generous with your affections, and you're following through on creative impulses. As the day advances, Mercury heads into a minor challenging aspect with Neptune, and it can be hard to concentrate. You're especially susceptible to distractions. Libra. You can be excited about current interests and prospects today, dear Libra. An idea or cause motivates you. You can feel inspired by a person's perspective or information that you come across, and the desire to grow and develop your mind and knowledge base is healthy. It's easier than usual to find things in common with others. You also may be particularly motivated to make personal improvements. Even so, you tend to stick with familiar and emotionally safe circumstances now with the moon in your solar 4th house all day. Later today, aim to take time off from heavy thinking if you can. You could temporarily feel undirected. It may be best to aim to be content with not having the answers temporarily. Scorpio. An intimate connection can be stimulating, or an absorbing project is in focus in the first half of the day, dear Scorpio. It's easier to recognize where your life may benefit from improvements from the inside out. Your mood brightens as you clear a hurdle or arrive at a plan to do so. With the moon in your communications sector all day, you're a little more talkative, curious, and mentally stimulated. While there can be a busy, buzzing theme now, it's harder to see the mission as the day advances. It's temporary, but it's also best to watch for misunderstandings with Mercury in your sign heading into a minor clash with elusive Neptune. Sagittarius. You might enhance a bond or make a connection that feels particularly satisfying now, dear Sagittarius. Someone might inspire you. In the first half of the day, you can feel energized, motivated, and spirited about your ideas, interests, and relationships. The desire to release yourself from a burden is with you. On the other hand, the moon spends the day in your solar 2nd house, turning your attention to practical matters. You instinctively seem to know how to make the most of your current situation or resources. Later today, however, the tendency to miscalculate a few details of a plan runs high. Mixed or missed signals are possible with a Mercury-Neptune aspect that seems to blur some boundaries. It's temporary, but it's best to step back from a problem or avoid overthinking things. Capricorn. Today is good for connecting and generating ideas, dear Capricorn. You're in a motivated, stimulating period for taking care of business, and you can feel pleasantly competitive today. Adding special touches to your work or routines can be rewarding and even healing. The moon in your sign finds satisfying channels for expression, allowing emotions to flow more naturally. You more readily recognize the opportunities around you. Later today, a Mercury-Neptune challenge coming into play can leave you feeling mentally tired or inspired, depending on how comfortable you feel about leaving some things up in the air. Either way, it's better to avoid overthinking. Aquarius. It's natural for you to need more time to reflect, meditate, and detox on an emotional level today, dear Aquarius. Your intuition is working powerfully, and you can become quite cozy with your feelings. Observation serves you well. Today is also good for progressing a hobby or pet project, and a strong attraction or interest is possible. You feel motivated to take things to a new level. Pouring more heart into personal endeavors is rewarding. While strategic thinking can benefit you, overthinking will likely lead you astray later today. There can be missed communications or wrong directions. Presentations or meaningful conversations should probably wait. Pisces. It's a good day for popularity and support, dear Pisces. Friends tend to bring good news or advice. Connecting with family or a loved one can also be rewarding. It's natural and easy to throw yourself into an endeavor, and getting involved or putting your heart into something can be gratifying. Practical elements of your life tend to take the back seat today. You're riding on your intuition and passion. While you can be pleasantly busy and connected, there can be some ambiguities to manage later today. There may be missing information or situations that aren't easy to assess because wishful thinking is strongly in play. Aim to take a break from overthinking.